Hello everybody and welcome to Getting Wrecked in our Try Hard series, and this time we are going to Europe in Transport Fever, and this is the first mission. So we are supposed to help people dig this tunnel, and we do that by bringing tools over here and then remove the stone. So this mission will be quite a lot like the first mission in the American campaign. Kind of easy starting campaign or starting mission. Here are the different missions. So we need to make this tunnel before 1885. We have to do this without taking any additional loans. I think that this one actually we can get into the negatives, but we can't get more money. But it doesn't matter if you go into the negative, from my understanding. Machinist, this one we will get later on. I'm not sure if you can do it without actually making this, but yeah, it's just about building machines. And then we need to not beat down any workers. We will have a strike event where we can choose different options, and one of the options is to beat them down, which we should not do. And then the rock hound. Find the legendary mountain crystal, and this is one of these find something on the map kind of missions, just like in American campaign. So I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like we have to destroy this rock or something. I can't remember which rock it is, but I think it's that one. But anyways, let's see what we can do about this. So we need to bring tools to the tunnel. That's our first mission. Build a truck station, and then we use some horse carts to get to the tunnel. So I have set up a line already, or actually 3 lines. I have one that's from Altdorf to the tunnel, and that should bring tools. So I have 2 wagons here. I put down a depot by the tools factory, and then there was already a depot by this tunnel construction site. So the only thing we will do is we will have these guys bringing tools. However, if you check the construction site, it tells you that this one will create a lot of stone from just 1 tool. So even if the limit is 20, like it will only require like 20 tools or something like that. So don't go overboard with how many horses you have here. And that's why, and this guy, he can produce many more tools than we need to the construction site, so that's why I have built a truck stop in here as well. So I will bring some tools to the commercial area in Altdorf. Later on we will unlock this machine factory here, where we can also bring tools if you want to. But I will most likely use this one in the beginning as well. And then we will have the next mission when we deliver the tools is that these guys will produce stone, and we need to use this train track or this train station to bring the stone all the way back here to this stone dump. And that will be the next mission. So let's speed things up, and we should be getting that pretty quickly. I only think we need to have one of these. Let's actually have fully load, yes. So this guy will start producing tools like crazy, but like I said, the construction site will not accept all of them, which is a bit of a bummer. So don't go overboard here. I'm guessing you can go like maybe 5 horse wagons or something. There he goes. Let's get 2 more. And get on that one as well. And then when we send these guys off, I will start getting some people to the other one as well. I think he produces these way too fast now in the beginning, because he doesn't realize that they will not require so many later on. So I will get these guys to go to just a city And we can get 2 more. That goes to the tunnel as well. And these guys are actually moving the wrong direction. Like that. Right. So let's speed things up until this guy comes to the delivering zone. We might need to provide some more horses back here.
If we really want to. Like I said, I can use them on the other line if this one ends up requesting this many tools. It does request so many in the beginning, but it will not be that all the time, so...
Right. So now we got some of these tools to the construction site, so let's get the next mission. And the next mission is connecting this station with the track down here. Right. So just as in the first mission in America, you need to do this quite cheaply by keeping it as flat as possible. Alright, so now we need to build a freight train and make a line. Alright, we can click here and get the legendary mountain crystal, but let's wait with that one. So, the game tells us to just go over here and build a train and have it haul away stone. And sure, we can do that. We have 2 trains to choose between. I would go with the cheapest one. Why not? And let's get a couple of these wagons and I will send it on my tunnel to Altdorf stone line, which I have set up. So it's the one with it's the brown one here, so it's just a line I set up from this place, fully loaded. Anyways, and the first tip for you guys is to make this double tracked, because yes, tracks are expensive relative to the trains, but the trains are so slow and small that you can't just have one large train doing this. Well, I guess you could, but it's worth it to have this double tracked, I feel like, so just do it. Boom! So now we have the double tracked, and then you play some signals to make sure that the trains knows what to do. So this should help the trains going side by side. If we actually connect these tracks down here, which I always forget to do. Like that. So we have one train going away right now. We can have one more like that. I think we had 3 wagons on the first one. Let's send one more on the track. And speed things up. We got the trains going, let's find the mountain crystal. So if we check this one, it tells us that we need 2 rocks like a mountain goat. Okay. Then we go up here. Somewhere around here there is a mountain goat rock. But if you just click on this target reticule here, it will tell you that it's this one. I don't know. Delete that one, and you got the first medal. Perfect. Let's see here. So everything in this is kind of the main mission. Haul away the stone 500. So that's why you need to make this double tracked and provide a couple of trains. So I would believe in one more. I can make this a bit longer, I think. Something like that. And when we get this stone from this guy, we should start getting some new missions as well. One thing we could do in order to get some money is to actually start a passenger service here. So as we see, the residential area is on the other side from the passenger station, and as well over here. So I would recommend that you set up some kind of personal transport here in the two cities. To bring people to the station, and this will even set up 2 road vehicles, something like that. Doesn't really matter too much. And this is outdoor passengers, and I like to have the passengers light blue like that, and then we will buy 2 more of these and set a new line over here. These guys will provide some passengers to the train station, and the thing is, you will get a mission later on that's going to have you connect this train track, and I'm not sure if this will bug it out if we connect it right now, but I think it's fine. Ooh, that's expensive though. What kind of hill is that? Stay on the high ground a bit. 65. Okay, that's fine. So I will actually have a train with passengers going between these two. We can take the cheapest train cars, passenger cars. Let's go back and forth, and this will be Luzern to Altdorf passengers, like that. So now we have everything we need for this mission. We are even starting to get some money. So let's see. Yeah, so now we have this next mission. Deliver tools to the workshop. We will require machines. So they have built this workshop back here. So let's set up a truck stop. Oh, by the way, I got a tip from one of you guys to build bus stops instead of truck stops in the cities, that they can actually accept goods even with just bus stops. That's not something I will do. I feel like that's a bit cheesy, but it's something you could try. So now we need a line that's from Altdorf to Luzern. So Altdorf, Luzern tools, make it some kind of grey-white thingy. And I will just select some of the horses on the way back here and tell them to go on that one instead, because I think we will not require all these guys anymore here. So you can go to Alt-Luzern. How about you? You can go to Alt-Luzern as well. and we have enough trains to get this service at the time being at least. That's good. Need to deliver 12 tools down here, but that one will actually accept tools forever and ever. So, but as you can see, the tunnel doesn't require any tools anymore, more or less. So it's important that you keep an eye on that one, so you don't get too many horses like this. The reason why I set up this train here, the passenger train, is like, why not? Because when we have finished the tunnel, we will need a passenger train to go all the way over to Bellinzona. So why not have it start bringing some passengers? Hopefully it will actually make money. Maybe it will not. We'll see. But I'm hoping for it to be kind of a money maker. We have a lot of money anyway, so it's not the most important thing ever. And these guys, the ones with the tunnel, I can go on the one in Altdorf, since that's the things actually waiting. Much better. So by providing those tools, we get the next medal, that's the machinist. So, but I mean, you will kind of do that anyways, because the tunnel will not require tools anymore. So it's all about the 1 to Lutzen here. How many do we have on the 1 to the tunnel? We have a couple more. Let's get that guy, the new line as well. So as time passes on here, I will, for example, after this guy has unloaded, he will get a couple of more wagons. Even if these are the smallest trains, they can still pull a lot of these wagons, since the wagons themselves are really small. So alright, I have decided to upgrade one of these trains because this is way too slow. So train 1, congratulations, you will at least get the stronger, you even get the faster train as well, that's fine. Nope, I will not loan anything because that will ruin one of our important medals. So just bring a faster train here. Sure, he might end up just trailing the other ones, but then we can just give him more and more wagons if we really need to. So it's not the end of the world. And the thing with this plant back here is that this guy actually doesn't create anything, so you don't need to bring machines to the industrial areas or anything like that. It's just bring as much as possible to that guy. But as you can see, 115 stones, and this guy can carry 36. This is like 2 wagons in the later areas. So yeah, it's quite a difference playing this late or this early versus later in the game. And by the way, this is what you want to see when you play this game. You want to have all your lines making money. Even if it's just very little, they have to break even at least. Even these passenger services in the cities are making some money, so that's good. But of course it's the trains that makes most of the money. The passenger train is not making a whole lot of money, but it does help the cities to grow, and that's always good, because that will provide you more passengers to the buses, or well, the carriages in this era. But as you can see, I'm in the red here, so we will see if we get the contractual compliance, but I think this is fine even if we are below, because as long as you don't take the loan, it should be fine. Alright, so now we get the next mission here. So there is a strike, and we need to solve this with 3 different options. You can use violence. Yeah. But that will limit the tunnel construction site speed, so it's not a really good option. Or better tunnel ventilation, that will add 100 units of stone, so we will have to make 600 stones. Or we can pay 50,000 per month. And I think we can just, with the speed we are providing this services, we can improve the ventilation. And I guess it's the even nicer thing than paying them is to actually improve their working conditions. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they want to suffocate. But as you can see, they are producing so much stone from just one tool. So you can have as many trains as you want here. I'm actually kind of regretting that I did buy these cheaper trains, but it's not the end of the world. One thing with my passenger train is that it actually is slowing down my freight trains quite a lot, so I would recommend you not to do this, or if you do this one you should maybe have some kind of bypass by the stations or something, or at least know how to use these, how to make the passenger train take the other line, for example. Maybe put one of these waypoints here, so you can tell it to go to this side of the station. So I bet there is some way of doing this, making this work, but otherwise just skip the passenger services. But I always like the money, so but this is a problem in these kinds of games is that you look at this and say, oh, this one is making me money. Well, this one is also, sure, it's providing passenger services here, so we get more money from the buses as well, but it does slow down these tracks by clogging them a bit. So is it worth it? I don't know. It's almost impossible to know, but that's something you have to think about at least, and take in consideration when you plan your routes. Alright, we are getting close. This should be the last stones we need. I think they actually count the stones you transport to this location, not how many stones you actually... Look at that view. So much steam in this world. Chugga chugga. At least this train has some kind of roof. Boom! Boom! Come on, come on, come on, come on! Boom! 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 Alright. So, route to Bellinzona. Complete the rail line from Luzern to Bellinzona. Yes, let's do that. So, not much to say. You need to connect this over here if you haven't done it, if you didn't do the passenger train. And then we have the tunnel, and then we have the end of the tunnel, and then we have Bellinzona. So, let's start. We actually have to do this before. I have to connect this one as well. I thought I only needed to do the tunnel. Oh well. So you need to follow the valley here in order to keep your money and your sanity.
Sometimes it's almost cheaper to build a bridge, but not this time. It's kind of hard to see the lines, control lines. Here. I feel like I have done something wrong because this is quite pricey. Oh well. Maybe it's pricey over there, but sometimes if it's pricey here, maybe you save it over here instead because this section might be cheaper than if you make it go down over there, then you have to flatten the land over here instead. So sometimes don't take everything at face value, but we will not
be able to make this line all the way. And sure, we have some stone left here, so that's not a big problem, but that could be a problem if you make too much from these trains. Well, when you sell them you get the money anyways, so it's not the end of the world. But this these are not producing any more stones, so you will end up not having stones as income anymore here, so that's important to note. You can set up a line while we wait, so let's set up a new line. Let's go from Luzern and then into Altdorf and then to Bellinzona. We will go over here and sell any trains that comes by. Come on. Go to depot. We will sell this train 500,000. Thank you. That should be enough. You can even make it as expensive as we want to. Boom! Buy a train with passenger coaches in the depot and send it to Luzern, Altdorf and Bellinzona. And it's important to remove all the other trains so they don't get stuck. But we have a double track, so it should be fine. Should we build a new train? Can we afford a new train? I don't know if we actually can. Whatever. We could, kind of. So line 1, go. There is a lot of traffic on these lines, that's for sure. Oh, you guy, you went before this guy, alright. So this should be it. This should be the last thing we need to do. We are not that early, but we should be done before 85. Not much of a problem. But this is... I think you do this not often enough in games like this, that you actually take the time to enjoy what you're building. Like watching your trains, watching your buses or carriages. We have one over there, for example. There will not be anyone that wants to use this line 1, but that's fair game. So I'll just fast forward here until we get to the end of this line. Alright, it's 1883 and we are getting close to the destination. Some glitchy graphics, everything is good. Yeah. We know. So here comes the train. Like they have the industry on the hill like this. One guy waiting. Right, so we got every single medal. So we actually had to do this tunnel and send the train before 1885. And you could go into the negatives, but as long as you don't take any new loans. This one you will kind of just make anyways, because that's one of the missions. Provide 12 tools to the machine shop. Don't beat down the workers, you will most likely not do that anyways, but I did bring more stone instead of 50 grand fine every month or every year. I can't remember, but I think that's the easiest way, is just to get 100 more stones and then rock hound. Find the legendary mountain crystal, just delete the stone on the till, and that's it. So it will be interesting to start a new campaign like this, starting this early, because it's the trains are so small and so worthless. Like the money has a whole other meaning. Waiting for free path. Oops. I guess it's one guy that's loading back here. Because there are no more stones here. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will start the next mission pretty soon. I can't remember what this was all about. Oh yeah, it was about building a bridge and testing a bridge. It did have some interesting challenges, so that would be a nice thing to do. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye!